Hello, everyone, and welcome to Heidi's Home. This is the third time I'm trying to video this. My phone keeps ringing. My husband came down the stairs right here, and you could see him, and he wasn't dressed this morning. So this is the third time I'm trying to film this. So hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing great. Today, I wanted to pick up my camera because I have missed doing YouTube so very badly. And I feel like I need to do a little bit of a chit chat here at the beginning just to kind of get you guys caught up on what's been going on. So the last time that I did a video, it was fall clean with me and decorate, which my fall stuff is still out. And it is warm as it can be outside right now. No fall vibes are happening. However, here in West Virginia, if you drive, you will notice that the trees have began to change, and it is starting to look very stunning and a lot like fall, right? And I love that when the yellows and the oranges peek out. It's beautiful, and it is really beautiful in West Virginia. Fall is by far my favorite time of year here in West Virginia, besides the snow. And I know I don't have a lot of followers in that whole idea of snow, but I love the snow. So I do want to say that my husband and I just got back from a trip. We went to Sandusky, Ohio. The first day that we were there, we took a bus and we went with Cabell Association for the Blind. So we were with the organization that we belong to here locally where we live. And we chartered a big bus and we all went, and we went to Castaway Bay. Now, if you're not familiar with Castaway Bay, I guess the best way that I can describe it is it's a resort on Lake Erie. It is very beautiful. The weather was superb and spot on. It was in the 70s. It was gorgeous. No rain, not a cloud in sight. But Castaway Bay itself is a hotel that has an indoor water park. Now, I will say that I think that it is more equipped for people who have young children or young teenagers, because it is kid-oriented a little bit. However, my husband and I, we can make any situation a fun time. We can make anything fun. And so we hit the wave pool. Now, if you don't know what a wave pool is, it's basically a pool of water. Every 15 minutes, they start it up, and it literally does ocean waves. Now, this is the first time I've ever been in a wave pool that was this realistic, because them waves could just about knock you over. I didn't have any intention of getting my hair wet because I color my hair, right? And I didn't want to but I came out of there wet. My hair was soaking wet. Everything was soaking wet after we got done in that wave pool. I mean, you just got smacked in the face. There was no, getting out of it. But anyhow, we had a wonderful time at the wave pool. They had a humongous hot tub. It's probably one of the biggest hot tubs I have ever seen. And you start in it inside, and you walk down these stairs, and you're inside, and it kind of lounges around through like this doorway, and you can go outside and be in the hot tub outdoors if you want to be outdoors. So neat. They had all kinds of places in there around the water park that you could get drinks, pretzels, ice cream, you name it, they had it. It was so neat. It really was. It was like a little tiny tropical paradise, and they played island music. And, we just sat in the hot tub and relaxed. We laughed with our friends, had a good time. So it was a really, really good time. Castaway Bay was really nice. The rooms were very clean, very nice. Each room, for each of us that was in the group, each room is decorated with a different animal. So mine was, and I figured it out, that I had a sloth on one side and a parrot on the other. And my other friend had What'd she say? She had sloths. The whole wall was sloths. And my other friend had frogs. So, but it was like tropical wallpaper, if you will. And as I'm talking about this, I'll put pictures in so you guys can see, or videos. But then the next day we got up and we had an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet there at Castaway Bay. And let me tell you, it was good. You know, I'm a breakfast eater, but not a breakfast eater. This was mega breakfast. It had everything, along with Starbucks coffee. So I was a very happy camper to get my coffee that morning. And orange juice, it was really good. We left on the bus and we drove to Cedar Point. Cedar Point is a theme park, if you're not familiar. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is one of the theme parks here in the United States that has one of the most roller coasters. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm thinking something like that. But anyhow, we did not ride any roller coasters. I'm not a roller coaster goer. However, they had all their fall decor out. Pumpkins. It was a glorious day. We had burgers and fries at a place called the Cadillac Diner. We had milkshakes that day. But as we were walking around the park, we seen, and I seen it online, because, you know, I kind of did a little bit of homework before we went over there, that the park was right on Lake Erie and that they had kind of like a man-made beach. And I didn't really think much of it. I didn't think it was going to be what it was. But we seen where we could go out, where this beach was. And of course we had to go through security, which was no big deal. And so we get through and we go out and we're on this beach. And I'm like, this is heaven. I've reached heaven on vacation. They had it where it actually, you couldn't even get any closer to an ocean. There were seagulls and the waves were coming in and the sun was shining and people was walking on the boardwalk there, and they had big hotels and people in bathing suits, and they had bars on the sides of, you know, the air where we were at. And oh my gosh, it was like I found another tropical paradise that I didn't even know existed. And we spent several hours there. And in fact, I think I texted the director that was with us, I'm not leaving. I'm staying right here. I'm not leaving. But anyways, we enjoyed it. It was so nice. It was so nice. Then we took the charter bus back to the hotel. I think we left the park around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Time we got home, or back to our rooms, got showers, we were ready for bed. Got up the next morning, had all-you-could-eat breakfast buffet again, got on the bus, and we drove straight home, and we had a fabulous time. It was a quick trip. We were exhausted time we came back, but I think everybody had a really good time. It was so nice, and it's so nice, right, to just change sceneries. You're hearing my husband's bird clock in the background. Anyhow, I just wanted to let you guys know we've been out of town. Also wanted to tell you, a lot of you have been writing me about my book club. If you don't know, I run a book club through the association that we are consumers of. And I want to tell you all what we've been reading. So I'm going to post a picture of the first book, and it's going to be right here somewhere. And I cannot think of the name of it. But the second book that we are reading now, which is Beyond the Clouds, is part of the series of the first book that came up here on the screen. And we've read both of them. My husband and I, we read them both together, drinking coffee in the morning. And it may not be everybody's forte. Everybody with books likes something a little bit different. This is written by a Christian author, Karen Kingsbury, both of these books. They were really, really good. I thought the storyline, it was just so nice to kind of have something that you could relax to. I mean, there was family dynamics, but it wasn't overly dramatic. It was a calming book. You could read it before bed. It was just the simplicity of it really allured me to the book, and I just love that. My husband loved it. Also, too, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am legally blind. My husband is blind. And so we use audio readers that are given to us by the library. And so all of our books come on cartridges. And I think I've showed you all what these cartridges look like before, but I've got some here next to me. Apparently this is just like my thing, right? I have 1,000 of them over here next to me. Well, this one is not in here, so this must be the one that I'm currently got in my player. Let me see here. Show you guys real quick what this looks like if you've never seen it, but this is what the cartridge looks like. Just like that. And you just slip it into the player. And let me tell you, blind readers, that's what we call this. Blind readers have come a long ways. When I lost my sight when I was 13 and you could get a blind reader, one book would be like on 20 cassette tapes, front and back. My husband is a little bit older than me, and he remembers a time when it was on record. So we've come a long ways with these cartridges. They can actually put like 15 to 20 books on one cartridge, depending on how long they are. So bravo that those have come so far, because that has made our life a lot easier, and the players are smaller and lighter, so that's nice. And they charge, when they are fully charged, they are charged for 29 minutes. So the charging on it is phenomenal. So I just thought I would show you that real quick if you have never seen it. Today we're going to make some tortilla soup. I have never made this before. Never. Now I will tell you, you may see this later, because I wanted my husband and I to try this today, because it's actually a recipe that can be put in your freezer and made in advance. Next month, for the month, we're going to get on with our day today. The first thing I'm going to do is make the tortilla soup. And then I'm going to try to get to a point where we will be deep cleaning the kitchen in this video. So, fingers crossed, everything goes good, because I keep getting interrupted all day today, interrupted. So, my saying has always been in all my videos is, how did I put it? You shoot for the moon and you get over the fence. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get started making our tortilla soup. Now this is the first time ever making this, so I kind of tweaked the actual recipe a little bit to kind of fit our personal liking. So I added a little more chicken to the recipe. This is just cut up chicken tenderloins that I added some olive oil to. I'm going to put in 1 chopped onion. And then you're going to see me add in some salt, some pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. And I just want to cook that chicken till it is just done, because I don't want a dry chicken in this soup. So I want this to be, really nice and moist as I'm eating it. And I will tell you just in the beginning that my husband was like, man, that soup smells sensational in the house. It really did. It smelled like a fall soup. So if you are getting in the fall mode like I am, this is the soup for you. So we're going to have a can of whole kernel corn, as well as some chicken broth. And I did add more chicken broth than actually called for. Some green chilies. And some black beans. as well as some fire roasted tomatoes. And a packet of taco seasoning, which I can tell you, I used 1.5 packets of taco seasoning because I increased the chicken broth. I needed that little bit extra, flavor. I just went ahead and used the entire box of chicken broth because I did not want to waste it, and I knew it would just go in the refrigerator and just sit and go bad. And if you've been watching me, I am not for wasting anything, so I just went ahead and used the entire thing. As you can see here, I am adding everything and trying to get my green chilies out of the can. I don't know, but this soup had phenomenal flavor to it. When I got done, it was really good. It was so good. And it was so simple. It just was so simple. Now, the original recipe, it says you can use a rotisserie chicken. It also says that you can put all of these ingredients with the rotisserie chicken. You pull all the meat off the bone and add it all to your crock pot and just let it cook for 4 hours on high. For me, I wanted to try this before I share it the way that I'm going to share it in an upcoming video, because I'm hoping to do some freezer-friendly, like crock pot easy freezer meals with you all for fall. First of all, it will be great content for you all to watch, and we'll be kind of swapping back and forth some good recipes, but it's also going to be good for me because I am a busy lady, and this way I will have some things in the freezer that is easy to do, and also too, my husband can do. And I really think that if you are blind, the crock pot is your friend. It is absolutely your friend. I like to have these kind of meals in the freezer for my husband for those days. And I'm not anticipating anything bad happening, but let's just say for a moment that I do get sick or I am down for some reason, and he kind of has to pull a little bit of the slack in the kitchen. This way he can dump this into the crock pot and we will not miss dinner. So it'll be easy for us. I'm putting a lid on this and I'm going to let it simmer, and you can see here it is all done. I'm going to add it to my pasta bowls. Let me tell you guys, if you are blind, a little secret is pasta bowls are your friend. They have high lifts on the sides and you get less mess, and you're able to, let's just say your food does not escape you, if you will, while you eat. So we're going to add on some medium cheddar cheese along with some sour cream. This would even be good with a dollop of guacamole on the top. We served this with some tortilla chips, and it was a hit. My husband was like, "Where has this recipe been?" I'm like, this is new, but you know what? We're going to be making this again very soon. It was delicious. So let's get to cleaning. So I have got Pine Sol. I finally used that entire ginormous bottle of Fabuloso cleaner. And now I can buy me some real Pine Sol. And y'all know I have a relationship with my Pine Sol. I just think it is the best product ever. And I'm using hot boiling water. This is a method you all have been requesting. How do you keep your cabinets clean? And so I am going to show you. Now, you're probably going to need to ignore this part where I'm showing you the mop head, because that mop head did not fit my mop. However, I do have extras, so we are all in the good, and I just went forward with this. So this is my secret weapon. It is, I think it's called ZEP, Z-E-P. It is a degreaser. I buy it in the automotive section at Walmart. It is not cheap. It's probably about $8 a bottle. But if you fry a lot of food and you have excess buildup on your cabinets, this is really an awesome cleaner. It really gets down into the grime. I believe, and I looked for it when I went to Walmart, I do believe that you can buy this like in a foam form, like a foam spray. And if I find it, I'll probably buy it. However, this is a very popular product, obviously, at this point in time. And so I just went with this spray. And it does work, but the foam will actually sit and not run off of your cabinets. And I like it to sit a few minutes before I actually get in there and try to remove the grease and, the grime, the dirt, and the dust. Anyways, I do want to point out, if you're going to use your old cedar mop, your spin mop to clean your cabinets, initiate a mop head that is specifically for your kitchen, because you don't want to use a mop head that you've used on the floor or the bathroom or the walls or anywhere else. You want to have a specified mop head for the kitchen only, because you just do. It's just the way that needs to be done. So we're going to scrub everything in the kitchen today with our cedar mop and our degreasing spray. And then as I go through, I'm going to wipe down all of the countertops and just make sure that, I've got all the water off of my cabinets. You definitely don't want to keep that standing on there. Now I am moving on to the lower cabinets. These seem to get a lot dirtier than you even realize. Just dust and debris just seems to fall in all the little nooks and crannies of the cabinets, like the top of the drawers, even though none of those are drawers. Those are just, for looks. None of those open. At one point in time, I think that they were actually drawers, but this house is old, and so therefore they don't open. In fact, some of them have been like permanently shut because they are that broken. So aesthetically, it looks better and cleaner. But anyhow, I'm just going to continue with cleaning my cabinet fronts here in the kitchen. And I will tell you, on this particular day, my day is wearing down. You try to maneuver and get so much done. And I feel really bad because I feel like I have left my YouTube a little bit hanging. But understand that I am running 2 groups now with the organization. And I'm very active. I've been out of town. And I'm just trying to keep up with everything. And it seems like, I don't know if it's just me, but does shopping and finding everything you need and taking care of everything just seem to take longer than it ought to? Like, a lot of stores don't have it. Then you have to go to a secondary store. When I feel like I used to be able to like go one place and get everything accomplished and then come home and call it a day. But it's not the case anymore. And it is wearing on me quite a bit, especially this particular time that I'm filming this. So when I get done with my cabinet fronts, and I'm going to blind you here, and I apologize, I'm going to go outside and do something that I have been putting off for a couple of weeks, and that is squeegee cleaning my front porch windows. Oh my goodness, they are so filthy dirty. We have a street sweeper that comes through, and it just seems to roll dust all over the outside of the house, and it's just terrible. So I have to get out there and clean ever so often. But this is the last thing I'm going to get done in this video. I hope that this video comes to you and inspires you to try new recipes, inspires you to know that you are not alone in the cleaning world and keeping up with the hustle and bustle of things, because I'm right there with you guys all the way. And just know that you're not the only one. And yes, so we're just going to take it one day at a time, and we're going to get things accomplished. But this is all I'm going to get done today. But I think I did pretty good overall. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. And please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment and let me know how you all are doing. And I'll be seeing you all again soon. Bye, guys.